Hello, welcome back.
It's Miracle Mom and Michael.
I am referencing my list of topics right here for those of you who are wondering why I'm looking off screen. Oh, it's time to get mom to tell more of her story, more of her more of her deep dark past. This may this may be a particularly dark chapter in your life that I ask you to disclose to us, mom. All right. I'm glad you're laughing.
Yeah, I laugh a lot.
Uh, it's like medicine, right?
Oh
Mary,
yeah,
yeah.
yes, laughter's good for the heart and it massages your liver.
It massages your liver. I like that. Um, so, Mom, you had a husband who left you
Yes, he did.
with two small children.
Yes, he did.
Then what?
Abandoned and rejected.
Well, what I want to ask you about specifically is the next man to come in your life.
Oh,
Mm.
well, okay. Here we go.
What was the dating scene
I
like?
mentioned what?
What was the dating scene like in Phoenix in
Oh,
1971 or whatever? 1972 or
well,
71?
I told you before that when that happened, when your dad walked out like that it triggered what I call the night season
Yep.
of my life. Everybody has a night season somewhere in time, and maybe one or two. I don't know, but this was what triggered a night season for me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so there I am, two little kids, very little kids to support and take care of and be responsible.
And you got your house.
So yeah, we got the house. So I had that, and God was still providing. But I, it was at that point in coping had with what had happened, I poured myself into work.
Got
Is
it.
what I did. I did not deal back then, back in the 70s, with the feelings that were inside of me. Understand?
Yep.
I pushed that all down. I said, okay, you know what? Don't have time to deal with that. Don't have time to deal with rage and anger and all that stuff. So I will pour myself into my work and take care of my children. And that's exactly what I did. I did a lot of overtime. I really missed a lot of you and Michelle's growing up because you spent your days in daycare
Right.
or with your dad if it
Right.
worked
Right.
out that way.
Gotcha.
It was, I think we were divorced for 2 years before I could even consider socializing and going out clubbing or going to anything. And I decided at one point that I wanted to get off that 3 to 11 shift. That was the shift that I worked.
Mm.
So, in order to do that, like I mentioned before, in the hospital, you can't get a daytime shift that easily. So, I decided to leave the hospital. And I went out and I got a job with a medical personnel pool, which is a nurse's registry.
Gotcha.
It's a business that nurses come in and apply, and then they're assigned to shifts at the hospitals in the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's the relief group of nursing. So one day, and I worked in the office. I'm the one who did all the scheduling, and interviewed people, and the owners would either hire them or not, but whatever. We had this huge catalog, of available staff to staff the hospitals. So anyway, one day Larry and his brother, he had a twin brother,
You're
came in.
you're getting ahead, Mom.
I am?
Oh yeah. No, that's not the next man that was in your life.
Oh. Oh, you're thinking of that other guy?
Well, yeah, I said the next man. We'll get to Larry in a couple more segments here.
Oh, Rossi?
Uh-huh.
Boy, my picker was broken, I'll tell you.
Your picker was just shot, wasn't it?
Oh boy, was it broken. I was broken. I didn't know how broken. Well, I did go out clubbing. I missed this.
Wait. You're breaking up. We got to get that. You said what? You did what?
I went out clubbing. Some friends and I went out to, there was a nightclub in Phoenix called the First National Bank. It wasn't a bank, it was a nightclub.
Uh-huh.
So we got together and we went out one night. And there was the drinking and the dancing and the carrying on. And at that point in my life, I wasn't a hard drinker. You know, I would have a few drinks and we'd party and have fun. And it was on that occasion that I met this person. I don't even like to mention his name, so I'm not going to. You know who it was.
Yeah. You already mentioned his name. We don't need to say it again.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to repeat it.
Yeah, no need.
So anyway, he did all those things, you know, you're beautiful, let's go out again, let's party, blah, blah, blah. And of course I fell for it. I was alone and I was hurt and needed some fun, wanted some company. So he seemed to satisfy that. And at some point he did come and stay at our house there in Phoenix. And it's not like he was there every single day, but he was there enough of the time that, you know, you kids were around him. Of course, I was there. And it turned out very, very, very bad. Do I go into the bad?
That's it's your show. That's why I'm asking.
Well, you know, this is.
I mean, I have a few things to say. I can interject, and then you can pick up, or you can continue.
Sure. It really is hard to talk about it.
Uh-huh.
Because you look back and you think, I look back and I think, I was so sick. I didn't know how sick I was. I just wanted someone to care about me, right? To love me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And so I latched onto this person, and as it turned out, this was even worse than a wolf in sheep's clothing. Came home one day, and I walk in the living room. He was in the house, and he had some friend with him, and they're in my living room with a coffee table in front of the couch, and they're sitting there, and I look down, and what are they doing? They're packaging heroin on the coffee table in my living room. And when I saw that, it wasn't a stab in my heart. It was like someone drove a stake through my heart. And, you know, I saw, obviously, what was going on.
I never knew this.
Well, I never told you that.
Now you've told everyone.
Now I've told the whole world.
Mom was a drug mule.
No, edit that out.
That's the name of this clip, Mom. That's the name of this clip.
Oh, God. Oh, boy, there's going to be a spike on those analytics.
I'm writing it down right now. Keep going.
Well, you know, that did it. But then there was one other thing. I knew what I had to do. I had to get rid of him, obviously.
Right.
This isn't going to happen. And I had enough sense to know that I couldn't throw a fit, make a scene, and go into a rage in front of these two sitting here. packaging heroin for sale. No, don't do that. This is danger, danger all over the place. But then one other thing happened. I had gone, the sequence of events are a little bit blurry, but there was one occasion when I came home from work and he said to me that he was going to go visit a friend of his, and this friend of his had little kids your ages. So could you and Michelle, go with them so that the kids would have someone to play with? And I thought, well, okay. So he went, car, filed you guys in, and I was just dumb enough not to get a phone number, not to get an address. I don't know what made it okay with me. That's how sick I was. I was sick. So anyway, you guys are gone, and it's getting dark, and you're not home, and it's getting later, and it's getting later, and it's getting later. Finally, I don't know, it was quite late, probably 10 p.m. by that time. You come home. He comes in the house, and he's obviously high. And he goes in and goes to bed. And I took you two into the bathroom to give you baths. And I took your clothes off. Your bottom was so black and blue that it was black. And Michelle, when I looked at her, both of her ears were black and blue on each side of her head. I took you out of the tub, dried you off, got you dressed, ran out to the car, got in the car, went over to my brother's apartment. He lived in Phoenix at the time, Dave did. And I got over there, went in, showed my brother, he called the police showed up, came to the apartment, and I was in total hysterics. I should have gone to the hospital. I was so hysterical. And the police took the information. I gave them this guy's name, and the police knew him. And they said to me, "You are lucky your children are alive." They went and arrested him, put him in jail in a matter of, I don't know how many days. The police kept in contact with me to know what was going on with this person. Did through the court system was they ordered him out of the state of Arizona back to wherever his home state was. It was Alabama or Arkansas or one of them southern states out there. That was where he was born and raised, and family and all that were there. He was not allowed to come into the state of Arizona ever again, or he would be arrested. There were crimes. Obviously, this person had crimes, probably a rap sheet a mile long.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's that part of the story. Well, that just about did me in. And it's something I still cannot forgive myself for putting my children in that kind of danger. And I think in the world we live in today, there are little kids who are living in that kind of danger every single day of their little lives. And it happened to me. And it had to be God's protection over you, for sure, and me, for being so blind and irresponsible and stupid. And the thing is, the police said to me, even after they extradited him back to wherever he went, I don't even care, as long as it was thousands of miles away, that's great. The police told me, after this all happened, if there's anything that happens around your home that you consider, unusual or suspicious or frightening, you need to call us. And I don't know how long ago, after this happened, I was sitting in the living room, and we had a big picture window that looked out onto the patio, and I saw a man run across my patio in our backyard there, and I ran the phone and I picked up the police, and within probably 2 minutes, and I'm not exaggerating about this, when I called and told them, they knew who I was, they knew what had happened.
Oh, wow.
There was a police helicopter over the house, and there were 12 police cars on the street in front of my house. So to this day, I do not know who that person was that ran through my yard, but it was the fact that they had instructed me, you know, anything suspicious that you might see after they had dealt with this guy, you need to call us. So there was way, 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 way more to the story about who that person was than I ever knew. Fortunately, you know, they didn't find anybody. They didn't notice this person trying to break into the house. They investigated the yard and all of that, and they could never find anything that whoever I saw was trying to come in and hurt us or anything like that. But then nothing happened after that. After all that, it was quiet again.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
I'm actually want to wrap this segment there, and I want to come back, and then I want to talk about my memories of that brief period. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So that was a heavy segment, but thank you for being so brutally honest again. Though I mean, I knew bad things, but I didn't know quite that extent. It sounds like you stumbled into a really, really bad dude and narrowly escaped. We all narrowly escaped, but by the grace of God, we are here now.
Yes, we are.
All right. So say bye, Mom.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.